How much interaction did you have with either parent? How did the difference in time and interaction style influence your identity and outlook?
Um, so, my parents divorced when I was like 4, so I didn't really have, like, my dad moved away, so I didn't really talk with my dad, like, at all. So it's like minimum. And then with my mom was very minimum, like when I was small, because obviously, like, as a single mom, she had to work. But then when I got older, she got like a part-time job, so she was like, I guess, more what is it, active or whatever. So how has it influenced my identity? I guess I was a lot more, like, I guess, independent in a sense, you know? Like, I learned to, like, kind of, like, not make a lot of, like, don't misbehave a lot, don't, because, like, obviously, like, my mom was working, and, so I didn't really want to, create a lot of trouble for her. And also, in a sense, I guess, it made me really, like when my mom ended up giving us, like, more time, I ended up being really, like, attached to her, like, kind of, like, codependent in a sense, because she was, like, there now. So, yeah.
What about your upbringing would you like to replicate in the future for your own children? What do you absolutely not want to replicate, and why?
Well, one thing about my mom was she was really big on school, like getting an education. So I think that's one thing I would want to replicate. Like, she was really big on, like, trying to be, like, the best that you could be and everything. Like, even if you weren't the best, just keep trying to do your best. So I would want to instill that value. And also, she was really like, big on her schooling. Like, she was really involved in our schooling, so I also really want to be really involved. One thing I wouldn't want to replicate, I guess one thing was, like, I guess it's, like, not really just, like, my mom's parenting. I think it's my family. We didn't really talk about our feelings at all. So I guess that's one thing I wouldn't want to replicate. I would very much, like, communication's important or whatever. And also, I guess, like, because my mom pushed so hard for education, it kind of pushed down other things. Like, like, if I wanted to do anything that wasn't school, it wasn't really, like, treated as important. So I guess I would want to focus a lot more on, like, even if it wasn't schooling, like, it would be, like, just as important.
How has trauma from your past affected your present life?
I don't know. I guess I'm a lot more, like, closed off, like, I like to, it's like asking for help really isn't common. Like, it's not really, like, a thing that is, like, when I'm struggling, I'm not gonna be like, oh, let me ask for help. It's very much like I kind of have to figure it out on my own. I don't like to tell people when I'm struggling with things. And I guess, yeah, just communication skills aren't great.